morning, afternoon, whatever. I do not have a good Irish accent, so I will spare you all of that. I'm happy to present today our March Student of the Month, and I would like to introduce Tiffany McBride from the Edwardsville High School Math Department, and I would also like to recognize our students' parents, Marvin and Diana Meng, who, it's a small world. I know Mark's brother since high school, so it was kind of fun to get into to chat with you guys. So I would like to bring up Tiffany to introduce our Student of the Month.
Thank you. A little taller than I'll put my down. So I teach mathematics at Edwardsville High School, and I have the pleasure of having Sarah in my class this year. She actually transferred into my class about 2 weeks into the semester. It wasn't too long. It was very quiet. And so when we had the Rotary inauguration coming around, I just went and looked through all of my seniors and noticed that I was super impressed with Sarah and how she has kind of changed the trajectory of her life and the trajectory of her education from middle school until now, her senior year in high school. If you look back at her past grades as she was going through middle school, like freshman and sophomore year, she did fine, but now she is doing wonderful. She's having A's and B's, and she has completely turned everything around. And it's all of her own effort of just wanting to better her life and better her education. And she'll talk about what she has struggled with and how she has done that. And her interests aren't the same interest as my typical high school students. She likes piano and art and baking. So she's very well-rounded, and I'm very honored to present her to us. Sarah, Meng.
Thank you for having me. I am Sarah Meng, but I do go by Sadie at school. When I was young, I was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, that is a learning disability. For a long time, I struggled with medication, and I couldn't really find one that worked for me. So I just continued about school, struggling to achieve good grades. As you can imagine, when COVID started, I feared for my grades even more than I had before. I remember thinking, what will I do now? I learned to cooperate with my situation. I started to figure out that my method of learning is completely different from other students, so I began to apply it to my schoolwork. I saw my grades improve greatly, and I was overcome with happiness and relief. When I was told that I made Student of the Month, it was the best affirmation I could have received. It told me that all of my hard work had finally paid off. This improvement is what helped me get accepted into SIU recently. When I attend, I hope to study psychology to get into a field where I can help people like myself. Thank you.
Sarah, we are very proud of you. It takes a lot to work through those challenges, and I'm sure your mom and dad are equally as proud of you. So upon recommendation by the Edwardsville High School faculty and staff, you are hereby recognized and commended by the Edwardsville Rotary Club for outstanding achievement while a student at Edwardsville High School. Mom and Dad, we're going to do a photo.